love it.
Of course you do. I make you silky smooth. I tell you this.
All right, Scrappy. You can cut Debbie's clients today. If they want you.
Thank you. I'll get to you all soon as I'm all the way done with Mrs. Skitzel.
Oh, that's all you got, Mrs. Skitzel. Come on, baby. What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to Tactical Newbie, the channel where a newbie like me gets into all things tactical, with the funny movie introductions out of the way. Per usual, like we always do, let's get right into today's video. So today's video is going to be yet another tactical review video, a part of the tactical review segment of videos, in which I basically take a specific tactical item that I've gotten within my possession within the last couple days, weeks, and or months, generally with a generally a part of a tactical haul on average, generally, and review said tactical item specifically for you guys, let you know what I think about it thus far. Keep in mind that the tactical review video is not necessarily an end-all be-all. This is kind of an introductory review of a specific item that I got within my possession. There will be almost an updated review similar to the low budget update of these specific items later down the line as I fully utilize them for their most at least adequate purposes, so to speak, or for the purposes in which I bought them to be used for. But with the rambling out of the way, let's get into today's tactical review video, which will be for the Lancer Tactical bump helmet. This is basically a ABS style bump helmet made of plastic. I've got some decent reviews on Amazon. This is kind of my first step into the helmet game. From this tactical review video, it will kind of compound and kind of evolve into kind of a low budget loadout segment of videos in which I build on this specific helmet. Probably looking at some budget-friendly cheap nods, maybe. Obviously, maybe a light and some other gear. Haven't really fully figured out the direction in which I want to go with it, but of course, this is the start to it. So with this tactical haul video, this will kind of provide a 360 degree kind of review of the helmet, or at least look at the helmet, so it's kind of more like an overview, and then a standardized fit check, in which you'll see how it kind of sits on my head. But with all the rambling out of the way, let's get right into the video, and I will see you guys on the other side.
Alrighty guys, and away we go. So this is the Lancer Tactical ABS Maritime Bump Helmet. Retail price is $65, obviously plus tax. The color I bought was Foliage Green. Now I'll be 100% honest with you, depending on where you're viewing this, whether it be on the TV or your phone, you might get some hues of green, but for the most part, what I've kind of noticed is that this foliage green color more so directly is a better direct comparison to just like a standard gray of some sort. I will kind of show maybe in a future video just how cross comparatively this foliage green, aka I'm just going to call it gray, does actually translate to other variations of gray within themselves. Ideally, I was going to kind of set this helmet up to be a part of my my green Ranger Green low budget loadout, but now looking at kind of the more grayscale in color, I think I'm going to kind of set this bad boy up to fit with my Pharaoh Concept Slickster loadout that I do have, and kind of have it as my primary helmet until I get something maybe down the line ballistic rated. All in all, this is kind of my first endeavor on the helmet game, so my at least the lingo and dialogue as it pertains to bump and or ballistic style helmets within themselves isn't very articulate, to say the least. All in all, it does look like a pretty decently made helmet across the board. You do have the retention bungees up at the front, where you do have the mounting, at least interlock for any type of nods or anything of that nature at the front of the helmet. You do have, of course, then the side rails on both sides of the helmet as well, with a higher cut style helmet, I guess, than some of the other styles that are available. in which you can put either, any type of light or any type of recording instrument or anything like that. Again, all in all, I have not fully devised the exact route I am going to go with this helmet and how I'm going to set it up, but it will be obviously featured in a low budget loadout down the line. One of the nice things that you do have the availability on the helmet is you do have this ratcheting spin style adjustment tab at the back end of the helmet that does at least allocate adjusting of the helmet within itself, depending on obviously the shape and size of your head. From here, we'll just kind of take a look at the chin strap latch and adjustment tabs. Basically, the chin strap within itself is fully adjustable. Again, depending on the dimensions and or size of your head, you do have what looks to be a leather sewed in kind of secondary layer to help protect from any type of rubbing or abrasions down the line for the chin strap. The helmet within itself does come with a varying degree of different kinds of stick-on tabs in which you can add more padding to the interior of the helmet. I do have quite a big head for the most part, so I'm depending on as this helmet kind of evolves, I might kind of nix some of those paddings within the helmet itself. You do also have some hook and loop style stickers as well in order to stick on for any type of, ID patches or any type of swag or anything of that nature. Again, this being my first kind of dive into the helmet game, I'll obviously become more competent in this stuff as I kind of start building this helmet out and get a better understanding of what makes sense on it. But for the most part, the quality of the helmet is actually pretty decent, all things considered, and for $65, I think all in all, you get a pretty decent, well-rounded helmet, especially bump style helmet.
There's really only two possible things that can happen. Either they won't sleep with you, and then there's really no need to ever call them again. Or they do sleep with you, and then there's really no need to ever call them again.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Alrighty, and then with the funny intro into the fit check for the helmet out of the way, for any of you wrestling fans, you might have a general idea of who Joe Hendry is, but all in all, it was just kind of a highlight on how goofy the helmet does, at least from my personal assessment, look on my head. Keep in mind, obviously, it's more function than fashion. Obviously, nobody's really too concerned about how a helmet looks on their head when they're, in the heat of shit, so to speak. But all in all, just wanted to make light on the fact that the helmet doesn't necessarily, best way to put it is it's not the most flattering on my head. And my head and frame is not of the sort to rock a helmet decent enough. All in all, though, you can kind of get a 360-degree view of the helmet on my big old head. All in all, the comfort is actually pretty good. Chin strap works around my non-existent chin pretty well, all things considered. It is fully adjustable, so if you needed to adjust it down or forward, you can do so with the adjustable straps on the chin strap within itself. Like I explained before, I am wearing a gray shirt, so you can kind of see how this foliage green tends to look a little bit more like a gray offset than it does actually green, which is more in line of why I'm going to use it actually for my Ferro Concept Slickster loadout, which is Wolf Gray. I feel it'll kind of match a little bit better, all things considered. Obviously, this is not the final product or at least the final end-all be-all for the helmet within itself. There's going to be quite a bit of building out from this point. This, of course, is just a general overview and price point of the helmet within itself at bare bones basic, so anybody interested can get the helmet within themselves. All in all, though, I am fairly impressed with the bump helmet within itself, and I did get the large/extra large adjustability for my size head. And it seems to fit very, very well. Again, I don't have the best head set up or at least the best head in general for a bump helmet or any helmet for that matter. I don't have a helmet head, I guess that's the best way to put it. But all things considered, it does fit fairly comfortably, and I know that's one of the key essential important factors when it comes to wearing a helmet is how comfortable it is.
Love 'em in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Excuse me. I happened to be passing, and I thought you might like some coffee. Oh, that's very nice of you. Thank you. I want you to sit down. Thank you. Cream? No, thank you. I take it black. Like my man.
Alrighty guys, I hope you liked the video. Of course, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Down below, let me know what you think of today's tactical review video. Let me know what you think of the review/overview of the Lancer Tactical ABS Maritime. I forgot to add that part at the beginning. Maritime helmet. Again, this is kind of my first endeavor into the bump/ballistic helmet sphere. This one's obviously not ballistic rated. It is just a standardized bump. But this will surely not be my last helmet down the line, but this is kind of a start into that area. But with all that rambling out of the way, I will touch on the same stuff that I normally touch on at the end of every video. I do have a Twitter/X. Feel free to hit the link down in the description below if you'd like to follow me there. I do also have a Patreon. Feel free to hit the link to get yourselves over to the Patreon if you'd like to at least offer up any type of patronage to the Tactical Newbie channel. Keep in mind, any sort of patronage down the line does help move the channel forward and does help the channel grow. While I'm touching at it, same thing as what I normally touch on, make sure, of course, to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Obviously, if you're not subscribed, you're not going to be getting the weekly updates or at least weekly reviews or weekly pop-ups of my videos that I be posting every single week. But before I get lost and get rambling too much, I will see you guys next week.